you can get one of these babies for just, doesn't say how much it is. Well,
I would hope it's around $20.
Yes.
It's probably 25 or 30. But
might be $19.99.
as we know, it's getting into night game season.
Yes.
So essential for night games.
Yep.
Dress
And,
like a ninja so you won't be seen.
Ding dong ditching.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know, it's good to have this because we didn't have them at the beginning of the winter.
Because they were all sold out.
Yep.
And
so
they
get yours.
finally just came in.
Get yours now to avoid that for next year.
Yes, because they are a hot item, and they can be useful. Or if you want to be a ninja for Halloween.
Yep. Or Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. And if you like to play Mortal Kombat and just dress up like him as you play.
then please talk to us and we'll find some help for you.
I guess ski season's still technically going on in some places.
Yeah,
so.
you could use that for skiing and for
running. Yeah, we got them in finally.
Yep. New hat from Brooks. This looks like high-vis riding. May or may not be.
Yeah, it doesn't look reflective.
I don't think it's reflective, which is weird because you think there's some reflective on it.
With it being Brooks. Stitching might be. It looks like it's got some kind of a silver. It looks like it's at least antimicrobial.
Cool.
But it might be, HVAC.
Hot pink SPI belt. Pretty sweet.
Yeah, SPI Belt is one of those items. It's just, they do a good job.
Pretty popular. I don't know.
I could fit this iPad in there if I wanted to. I'm not, but
prove it.
Later.
Yeah, so obviously it fits a phone and it still has room. You could fit money and keys. This is an item that I don't really, when I'm working the floor, it's not really an item that I'll sell a lot. People come in for this item. It sells
itself extraordinarily well.
Really good reviews.
And if we were better salespeople, we could sell it all day, but we're not.
Yeah, we're horrible salespeople, but. And that's okay. That's why you come to Runner's Corner.
But we know stuff about running.
Yes. New Feetures socks.
Yeah, this is part of their high performance line. Their other line is Elite, which is what we primarily carried. So this is a little less expensive, but it's still got their lifetime guarantee, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
The elastic band, and the other one, you can still kind of see it's still got a little more specific tightness. So it's just a little bit lower needle count than the Elite series, but it's also very colorful.
Yeah, I have these, the high visibility yellow, and they go really well with my new shoes.
Yeah.
That are these.
Yeah.
Which leads us right into
Nike
that.
3.0
Features is great. Features, I am a fan of the Feature sock, and the lifetime guarantee, I think, really
seamless toe, good
awesome.
Fit.
Awesome. They're currently #1 in the running performance sock
I haven't looked
industry.
at the reports for a while, but
at least
I know they were the fastest growing.
A couple months ago.
Last time I looked Belega, but that was like a year ago.
I think when they came in, I asked, and he was like, "Yeah, we're #1 right now." So. They're so hot right now.
Yeah, but they're doing really well. They've been a great sock for us. And the complaint I always had about, I used to love the Asics socks. This is the first real nice tight sock, but their toe did not. It was like weird.
Kind of narrower, or
way narrower.
Pretty narrow. Okay.
Like they'd have that stitch, and it just like extend for like my first 3 toes, and then it'd just be
kind of like hang and cramp a little bit.
Yeah,
these have the toe box on these, really good. Oh yeah,
that's what I'm talking about
that's
there.
Sweet. So we have the new Nike 3.0 V5 that came in, and the Nike 5.0. The difference is the drop, and obviously the upper is a little bit different. The lacing.
Yeah, they're using that new Flyknit over here, which is becoming a lot more popular in a lot of the Nike stuff.
They're putting a lot of it into
it's already in the Lunar Glide. It was in the new Lunar Racer.
Did we see it in the Pegasus? Did they have something in the Pegasus?
I want to.
Or
maybe
just
it's
Shield.
coming out.
Maybe I was just thinking
yeah,
Shield.
maybe you're thinking Shield, which is pretty cool stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Actually, it might be worth talking about.
Yeah.
Shield is their be seen, be warm, be dry.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of their existing line that comes out in a Shield option. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like a Gore-Tex fleece-lined, super reflective version of like the Pegasus, the
Lunar Glide, and then they have a free Shield.
A free Shield, yep.
And
so pretty cool.
Yeah, and we got some of that stuff coming in. We've got it booked.
Cool.
It's an October-November release, and it's really just going to be that model. So there's some shoes, like I think we mentioned in a previous edition, talking about the Kinvara, the Gore-Tex Kinvara.
Yep.
Kinvara GTX, which is kind of a cool shoe. We've got the Ghost GTX. And Shield's just their way of doing it. It's not waterproof, but it looks really cool.
Yep.
And just, not only does it have that warmth, it has a lot of reflectivity shown in because part of that be seen concept. So looks really good.
And this is a shoe that I just got and have done probably 30 miles. I've been doing a lot more barefoot running as I've been recovering from some injuries, but this is a shoe that I've used to run to the park, to run barefoot and then run home. Feels a lot like the Go Run.
Yeah.
In fact, but almost maybe a little bit better than the Go Run. And I was surprised at how much I liked this shoe.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's my favorite,
but I
like it.
I
like it.
This. Like, I wish it just had a tongue that would allow your foot to go into it.
It's kind of hard getting the tongue in there.
Yeah, your foot's got to get through this opening.
But is the 3mm or is the 3.0? Is that the 6mm drop? 4mm drop?
I want to say it's the 4.
4mm drop. 5.0 is like 8. And I don't think it's traditional.
Hold that thought.
And then I'll talk about a couple other things while Danny's gone. Oh, I'll show you the women's. So here's the women's 5.0. If you can see that. And the women's 3.0 V5.
We got these and we never really used it. But it says over here.
3.0
is 4mm, so
4mm.
Right on that. And that's
5.0 is 8mm. Cool. And then the 4.0 is a 6mm. Sweet. Thank you, Danny.
Yeah. I remember looking at this. I just couldn't remember what it said.
Men's, women's, 3.0. Men's, women's, 5.0. Decent shoes. I think they're worth, if you're coming in looking for something similar to the Kinvara and the Pure Flow and something kind of in that range, I think they're worth comparing. And I think that they're decent shoes. So. And then, tell us.
Oh, we talked about this after Outdoor Retailer is one of the cooler things, and it finally has come out. This here is Recovery Crisps. I'm going to say beans, but it's not called a bean.
It's made by Jelly Belly, who does the sports, the sports beans.
So
they're almost kind of like malt balls.
Yeah.
In a way, but they don't taste as.
It's got.
They're healthy taste still.
Yeah, a whey protein isolate, and then I'm looking for the P. I'm not saying it in the ingredients, but that's what we were told.
Yeah, so we've got vanilla, berry smoothie, and
tastes really good though, as in terms of the recovery thing.
Protein. Oh. In the whey protein isolate, protein center, pea protein concentrate.
There you go.
Rice flour, calcium carbonate, which is actually a really cool concept of using pea protein.
Yeah.
Which I think is
yeah,
sweet.
It doesn't have too much of a whey taste. It tastes pretty good.
It tastes pretty good. So vanilla, chocolate, berry smoothie.
Berry smoothie.
We've got a new 2-in-1 short from Saucony. This is a really cool shirt for the girls. Tech shirt. It says 26.2. Saucony's doing a really good job at making some really cool color combination in their shoes and then coordinating it with their apparel, which is smart. And So Kinvara, this is one of the colorways in the Mirage 3. And we've got the 13.1 and this tech shirt right here. 2-in-1 short for the ladies.
Which just reminded me we are 3 weeks out from the Kinvara 4.
Oh. Yeah,
it's a May release. So this is the last month of the Kinvara 3.
Oh. We should start. Okay. Saucony top, kind of a camo, interesting colorway. And then this comes in a short sleeve as well. Right here.
Yeah, it's a digital camo. So
digital
if
you're trying to hide online,
the internet, it will work.
Trying to hide from digital cameras.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, so I think as far as new product and new stuff like that, and Hobblecreek Half Marathon registration opens May.
Yeah, it's like 3 weeks away. Yeah, I think it's May 1st.
May 1st.
And yeah, so put that date down on your calendar. Maybe come in, join the Sojourners Club because they get priority registration.
You get like one day previous Sojourners going to sign up. And awesome race, really downhill, pretty fast. I'm hoping to run pretty fast on that course this year. So, yeah.
Yeah. Just as a heads up, we're kind of in discussion what to do with the video from here on out. We've been talking a little bit about maybe doing some instructional videos as a maybe like every other week. We'll see if anyone has some comments on that idea. Like, we've definitely thought about making like how to use a baby stroller, collapse, put all that kind of fun stuff.
How to put watch. GPS watch. How to put a compression sock on.
Injury ideas, just kind of breaking down what we do for various running related injuries.
Yeah. If you have any ideas for us, put it in the comments.
Or what you even think about that idea.
Yeah.
Because if we do that, it might take some time away from us doing this video here. So
let us know what.
So if that make you really sad, let us know too.
Or if you want to see us do something crazy.
Yeah.
Like a flip off this table.
Yeah, Caleb will do it.
I'll do it. Maybe. Yeah.
Now, final thing we've got is racing. The big local one for us was the Cascadia Trail Series race, Timp Shadow 5K, which it was actually really cool. How was it that muddy? Was it?
It wasn't. It was surprisingly. It was more muddy when we ran the course on Tuesday of last week than it was Saturday, the day after it rained. And maybe, had it rained last weekend quite a bit? I can't remember, but the course was like, there was maybe one part with a little bit of mud, and even there it wasn't even like slippery. Like, it was really, really nice. And weather was perfect.
Yeah, it was a fun race.
It was a little chilly, but not really that chilly. It was cool.
And Zach Sherman ate it, which was pretty funny. But good job, Zach.
Good job, Zach.
Our winner was Seth Wold.
Seth Wold.
Good old Ultra Buddy.
And Carl Seebach took second. The kid that took third.
Nick up at Run Great.
Nick, yeah.
And then you were
I
fourth.
took fourth place.
Then Melody won, didn't she?
Melody won on the girls' side.
Yeah, Melody's in super shape, even though she doesn't really run trails.
I didn't know that that she was going to be that fast on a trail race. And who took second place on the girls?
I thought it was Amber.
Oh, did Amber take
I don't know what they were doing.
And we tried to pull up the results and we couldn't pull them up.
I know Ariane ran well out there. I think... I want to say maybe... Well, Crystal was in it too.
Yeah,
so.
and then there was also a girl that was like... She was a little bit older as well, maybe like late 20s, early 30s.
I knew who...
Blonde hair. I can't remember her name.
I didn't really hang around for the results.
She was wearing the Solomon S Lab Senses for that race.
$200 shoes.
I went up to her after the race and I was like, can I look at your shoes? I really like those shoes.
Yeah, we would carry them if they weren't $200.
Oh man.
But that was a fun race.
Yep, it was really cool.
Then there's some track action going on out in Arcadia. We had some good representation there. Main thing, in store, Jackie Heaps ran sub 11 for the 2 mile, which was really good to see.
Congratulations.
First time breaking 11, and that's really kind of a benchmark for girls.
Do you know what her PR was before that?
Well, she hadn't ran under 11. I don't remember. I think it was Arcadia last year.
It was like huge.
I'm sure it was probably like 10-15 seconds.
Cool.
But it was a good race. Definitely cool to see that. And out in Arcadia, and Arcadia is one of the bigger high school meets in the U.S. The guys had 18 guys break 9 minutes in the 2 mile.
Wow.
Yeah. So it gets the best of the best out there. And a local guy...
What was the winning time and who ran it?
Yeah, so a local guy won the 2 mile from Park City, Ben Sorrell.
Oh.
He ran 8:44, closing in a 4:14 mile with a 55-second last lap. So he smoked him, which just leads me to believe he probably could have ran a little faster if he had better competition.
Interesting.
That seems like sitting and kicking to me.
Wow.
But that was a studly performance.
Cool.
And I got the news that he is signed with Colorado, which I think is a good choice. It might make some locals kind of angry, but Colorado does good things.
Like Boulder, University of Colorado.
like Mark Wetmore.
Mark Wetmore, cool.
So I think that's a smart decision.
A long-standing, heavy performance tradition. Yeah.
Well, to say
awesome.
They get people running to the Olympics while running for Colorado.
Yep. You've got Jenny
Behringer, and they had that steeplechase girl.
Oh,
I can't even remember her
Lisa
name.
Ohl. No,
she was Ohio.
Oh,
But there's the other Utah girl.
Can't remember her name.
Shalea Kipp. She made the Olympics. Okay. And she's not even their top girl. She won the NCAA championship last year. Oh, I really can't remember her name. Too bad. But anyways,
it'll come.
That was a good choice for him, I think.
Cool.
Davis Shea Martinez won the 8 and the mile, and it was a true mile, not just a 1500. She ran, I think, 2:09 and ran 4:52.
Okay.
So great double up there. Candace ran a 2:17. So that's a good solid performance in the 8. And what else?
Oh, Cam Levins.
Yeah.
We're holding out on that.
No, we can talk about that.
Was there any kind of college meet that was noteworthy over the weekend?
Maybe.
I think we're coming up on Mount Sac, but I don't think
Mount Sac is usually like the big beginner. I'm sure there's probably some less prestigious. But yeah, Mount Sac is going to be the kickoff, and that might actually be this weekend. I wonder.
I think it might be. I don't think it was this past one.
So no, I'm pretty sure it would be on this side.
Because I ran with I did one of my runs when I was running at the intramural field was with one of the BYU guys, and we were talking about Mount Sac, and it hadn't.
Yeah.
I don't think it is until next week, or maybe this weekend. But,
then I guess the other really cool news is that Cam Levins has joined up with Alberto Salazar and the Oregon
Track and Field Club.
Yeah, OTC.
Which is pretty significant news. Tell us why. Why is that significant?
Because Salazar only coaches the best of the best.
Yeah.
Like he coaches Mo Farah, Galen Rupp.
When you talk about like an elitist group,
Centrowitz.
Oh yeah. They are the elite of the elite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So huge deal. Excited to see where he goes with that because Cam's still really young.
Yeah.
And I read the article, and Salazar kind of thinks Cam's doing too high of mileage, and they're going to emphasize quality a little bit more. So we'll see how that works. But I think he can handle whatever, and I think it's a good move regardless. Because he's a professional, and if you want to lead the professional life, they're going to eat, sleep, and breathe running for the next 4 years up until the Olympics. And What else was I going to say? He said he was really impressed with Cam's leg speed. He said, I guess they're doing, I don't know how they gauge this, but he said he had like just
expensive
as fast
instruments.
Yeah, well, he said his 100-meter speed was just as good as Galen Rupp's. And he was really impressed with that. I don't really think of Galen Rupp as a good 100-meter speed guy, but he's developed a great kick.
Yeah.
And Cam.
Well, outkicked Bernard Lagat.
Yeah,
which
I know.
Is
so
crazy.
So, Cam's got some good tools, and he's in a good place to develop.
Really good position.
So I'm excited to see where he goes with that.
And that's a very interesting training group where you've got the best runner from the United States, the best runner from the UK, and the best runner from Canada, all training together, which is that I don't know, kind of maybe unprecedented as far as combination goes.
You almost think national loyalties, and it's like, come on, Salazar, just coach Americans. But
I think it's sweet.
It's
awesome.
Part to increase, just kind of make running more competitive.
Yeah.
And really, they'll take whoever, like...
Yeah, and would Galen Rupp have done as well in the Olympics if Mo Farah hadn't been his training partner and his racing partner? I don't think so.
And
I really
vice
don't think
versa,
so. Yeah.
And
Mo Farah probably wouldn't have done as well.
Yeah.
And so I really think that it is advantageous to put those two together and get Cam in on that action.
Yeah, it's just too bad Rotinsky left the group, because Rotinsky used to be in that group.
Josh.
So, come on!
Come on.
Start running again. Quit playing basketball.
Yeah.
And do a 5K.
Yeah, come on.
Anyways.
I think that might be all we have.
Oh, and there's a new marathon.
Yeah, I saw that. The Haile Gebrselassie Marathon in Ethiopia.
Yeah, that sounds like a cool gig, because I'm sure the economy in Ethiopia isn't super stellar, and Haile Gebrselassie done a lot of good things for Ethiopia, like creating jobs, and like I said, this could be a pretty good opportunity just to help the economy out of Ethiopia. I imagine it's going to be really cool.
He has done just a ton for the economy in Ethiopia, and this is even better. If you want to go to this marathon, if you're planning on going, and if you're really rich, you can take Danny and I with you, and we'll go. And we will go with you. We will make that sacrifice.
Because I'm sure Haile's going to be at the expo. Oh. I'd like to shake his hand.
Yeah, and who knows? We may make that marathon a training run of his.
Yeah, gonna run alongside. Whoa, I almost tilted.
Well, have a good day and stay tuned.
Yes.
Da 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 da.